Good morning, family and friends from the Homestead and grandparents. Well, it's hard to believe that we're approaching the middle of March already. Seems like this year is just flying by. I thought it'd be a good time this morning to provide an update on the tomatoes and potatoes garden that we've got going so far. Show a little bit of the progress from the time that we started it, which was, I think it was the 1st of January, early January, when we planted our tomato seeds. And then it was about the end of January, I believe, January 26th, somewhere in there, that we transplanted those tomatoes, which we have a video on that if you haven't seen it. And then February the 3rd, we planted our potatoes. And boy, they have really grown in leaps and bounds here just in the last week, and I want to provide an update. It's really interesting to me to see how things grow, especially since the soil is warming up and the outside temperature is stabilizing, in the 60s, 70s now. Things are really starting to take off. So this morning, that's what we're going to do. We'll take a little tour through the tomatoes and potatoes and show you what we have right now. And some of the potatoes in the tubs are getting up to the point where I'm going to add some additional soil. And if you remember back when we made that video, how that we'd planted them around 6 inches deep, and they broke through and growing like gangbusters. So I'm going to add some more potting mix on top, or bedding mix on top, and we'll see what they do. They're looking great. In fact, the best looking potatoes I've ever grown, which, some of you, this probably will look normal for you, but it's the best that we've ever done. And very excited about it, looking forward to the crop that we're going to get. So let's go outside, and we'll start over here with the tomatoes that we put in the ground. I can't remember. It was February sometime. We put those in the ground several weeks back, and I'll show you the progress on them. Even from, I'll put in some clips and pictures that I've taken throughout the course of these last few weeks to show you the progress. But there's just in the last 6-7 days, they've really just taken off. So let's go out there. Before we do, thank you to each one who has subscribed to our channel. We really appreciate it, and thanks to each of you who choose to stop by and watch our videos. So let's take a little tour outside. Well, we are finally getting an opportunity to put some of our seedlings in the ground. And according to the almanac, today and tomorrow are good days to transplant. So that's what we're going to do. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tomatoes that we started from seeds. I don't know if y'all remember the one that I started in the water bottle. Look at that. All the roots in there. So we're going to transplant this guy too. Look how thick these bases are. I'll have to go back and look and see exactly how old they are. I don't remember now. But so we're going to do some transplant today. I've got my water here. I've got just a light solution of Miracle Grow in here, or starter solution, and I'll put a little bit in the bottom of the hole, and then put the plant in there, and then put a little bit of water on it. So that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. Exciting. Always the great expectation. What kind of crop are we going to get this year? So let's see. This is that raised bed that we built the footer for here on the east side of the house, and I'm hoping on the east side of the house is going to work out well, especially during the heat of the summer. Nice root ball, or root square. It ain't even a ball. Ooh-wee. Grow, little guy, grow. And I'll keep an eye on it. We got some cooler weather that will be happening, no doubt. So here's the tomatoes that we planted on the east wall. And man, they are starting to really jump out of the ground. They are looking very, very good. They do have a little bit of sun scald on them, but from what I understand reading, they're going to recover just fine. But man, they are looking really good. And these are the best ones that best looking ones that we have so far. We have planted some more. Probably the story so far for starting our tomato seedlings or tomatoes from seeds this year, it's kind of been a story of like the Western movie, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, here's one of the ugly ones. I think he's going to survive, but he looked pretty rough now. Back over here, here's one of the good ones, looking real good. And of course the bad, those guys just didn't make it, and a lot of it's on my own doing, my own fault. This is Cherokee Purple here. Looking forward to seeing how that one produces. And another Homestead with a little bit of sun scald on it. And then a Celebration here. All in all, they're looking good. And we've got a few more over here. You can see our onions are coming along very nicely. They went through the freeze well and recovered well. They're coming on good, starting to bulb, so that's exciting for us too. And here's some more over here. Again, more of the ugly than the good. But here's one of those tomatoes I told you about that we've never even heard of, never planted before, but it's called a big rainbow. And nearly every one of the big rainbows that we put in the ground or started from seed, man, they are looking real good. There's another one there. They're a yellow tomato. We'll see how they come along. Now let's take a look at our potatoes. Guess now you can see why I'm so excited with potatoes. Look how much they've grown. These were the red and gold one, Yukon Gold maybe. Got a little friend there. Hopefully he's catching insects. But last weekend what I did with these potatoes in this bed is I come in and added some additional potting mix or bedding mix on top of them, start topping it off, and I'll probably add a little bit more this weekend. But aren't those looking good? You can see these potatoes in the tubs here. See how much they've grown. And again, we planted these roughly 6 inches deep in this tub too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more of this bedding mix in here on top of it. And hopefully that's going to produce us some more potatoes. We'll see how this shakes out, but I'll just sprinkle a little bit more of that in there. Get those glasses out of my way. Top it off. What I understand, it don't hurt to cover them up, so I'm just going to add a little bit more to them. All right, we'll let that go and see how that works for us. Keep an eye on them here the next few days and see how that does. I think I mentioned it in one of our other videos, but I like gardening by the moon phase. And according to the almanac, yesterday and today, which is March 12th 12, 13 are good days for planting vine crops. So I planted some pole beans here, Kentucky Wonders. And then I also planted some cucumbers and cantaloupes, zucchini squashes, Cherokee tan pumpkins, gentry yellow squash, and all of those seeds were from Hoss too, so we're gonna check that out. But this is where our pole beans are at here along these two fences, and then of course in these other areas right here we'll put a little bit later in the month, we're going to put more peas. Got some of the Mississippi purple hull peas we'll get in here, and maybe some pinto beans, but got a few more areas to plant. But appreciate you guys taking time to watch our update. Enjoy sharing with you. And for now, you all take care, and God bless. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time.